Hi, this is Henry Penix, the business fighter. We're coming to you with another amazing podcast. Today we've reached all the way across the pond into Spain. I've met somebody who there's 330 something days of all sunshine, no rain in Spain, and this guy is insane in a good way. I promise you, you're going to love him. He studies the mind. He has certain techniques that he's going to actually teach us where you can have instant change in seconds. I'm so honored to have this guy on my podcast. Henry, the business fighter, welcomes Daniel Weinstock. Daniel, glad to have you on.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much, Henry.
Yes, I'm so excited to get into this. I almost want to jump to that instant change method, but before I do, you said you've been doing this about the last 8 years in the U.S. and in Europe. Let's start from the beginning before we jump right into that. I always like to know kind of where you came from. Where did you start? Tell me a little bit about your childhood, how you came up, and then I want to see how that's relevant to where you are now.
Yeah, I was raised, I would say middle class, and we had everything, but it could be more.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I learned to be a mechanic. Machine building mechanic. I was building machines and I was not happy with it. And then I started into sales when I was 18 years old. And I was selling insurances. Sorry?
Was this in Spain or was this in Germany?
It was in Germany, yeah.
In Germany now, okay.
Yeah, it was in Germany.
So you started in sales.
We started in sales, selling insurances. And I had a lot of limiting beliefs. A lot of fears, and it was a hard time for me from 18 till 27. I was 9 years on a very, very stony path of entrepreneurship. No. So it was not easy for me.
When you say you had a lot of limiting beliefs, I just shared with you that I've spoken Germany a few times. Every year for the last 15 years, I've had a group of Germans come to the U.S. and I actually train them for a day. And I have found the same thing, that some reason, even in that particular region of Europe, a lot of Germans do have limiting beliefs. What I love about it though, is that they're very exact. They think like an engineer, everything perfect.
That's it. Yeah.
This is what excites me, because this is why I want to learn about your system about changing beliefs in a second, because you wouldn't just say that. You have studied this for years. You have tested it, tried it. Yes, you've studied it, you've tried it, and you wouldn't even say it unless you knew what you were talking about. So I'm excited to get there. But when I was in Germany, I released my book there, and I went on tour. I had maybe 10, 11 speaking engagements. We had standing room only. I love the European people. I love people in Germany, from Germany. It just warms my heart even when I talk about it now. But the mistake that I made was I had a book and it was called Unwrap Your Gift. And I still have it. It's about 9-10 years old now, but it's called Unwrap Your Gift. And I was so excited to announce it. And I tried my hardest to speak German. I wanted to, hello, how is everybody? And, I learned about all the schnitzels and the Stille Wasser. I wanted water. I did as good as I could. Danke schön.
Cool. I love this.
All those. I tried to learn all those things. Yeah. This is my mistake, Daniel. I was on stage in front of about 500 people. And I said, how do you say the name of my book in German? And they said, it's Pack a Saus, Unwrap Your Gift.
Yeah.
And so for some reason, when I went on stage, I said it with the wrong inflection. And I said something like Pack a Saus, which means whip it out, instead of Unwrap Your Gift.
That's it. Yeah.
And everybody was like going, oh my God, what did he just say? So they were very kind to me, and I got to continue my speaking engagement. And I like I said, I love the people of the region, and I love learning new things. So I didn't mean to step in the middle of your story, because this podcast is about you. So you grew up, you worked on engines, and then you got into sales. you had limiting beliefs, and you were on about a 9-year rocky road of entrepreneurship.
Oh, yes.
And you had everything probably coming against you. Tell me what you did from that point on. How did you stay on that road, and why didn't you just quit?
I stayed on that road because I think I was born with big goals.
Yep.
I always visualized my big goals, and I always said there has to be more out there. And there's not only out there, but in myself. So
Yes.
I was trying to find myself. That's the thing. I think we can't be really good in business if we don't know who we are, right?
Exactly. Yeah. If you can't sell yourself, you can't sell anybody else. If you don't believe in yourself, you will never have the confidence to present what you believe to anyone else.
That's it. Yeah.
I agree with you, Daniel.
Yeah.
So what happened then? What were your next steps? How did you start studying the mind? And what
my next step was I made a decision, and everything starts with a decision.
Yep.
And I made my decision to go out of my company that I have built, my financial services company. I stepped out of the company for 4 weeks, and it was very hard for me, a very hard decision, because I was working 14 hours a day and 3 days holiday in a year. So it was a very hard decision. So I took a break, and I worked very hard on my business and on myself. That was the most, I think 95% is our personality, our beliefs, our motivation, our personality.
Yep.
And 5% is the technique, the strategy, and everything.
I agree with you.
As I was working hard, really hard on myself, then my breakthrough comes. And after this 4 weeks, I 5x'd my revenues. I only worked half of the time. And then I said to myself, what else is possible? If that was possible, what else is possible? And I first thought it happened by accident. But then again and again and again, and I made those good results. And then people came to me. Entrepreneurs came to me and said, Daniel, how did you do it?
Yeah.
Can you coach me? And I said, I don't know something. I don't know anything about coaching, but if you want, I can show you my strategies. And that's how I got into the personal development field. I teach people business strategies and mindset strategies. And I always want to improve, always want to make people better. I always want to make, bring people into their own peak potential. Right. And there is so much more inside of us. And I tried with different techniques. I learned the NLP hypnosis. I learned what's out there in quantum physics and neuroscience and everything.
Right.
I learned everything because I wanted to know everything about out there. Because what my problem was is that I gave people business strategies, and one of them is being a millionaire, and the other one don't have results. And then I started to think about that and work on the people with all these mindset techniques and energy techniques and everything. But everything what was out there doesn't help me, because they got a little result, but then they were going back to their old limiting beliefs or
old habits,
old fears, habits. Yes, of course, habits. And so I developed the instant change method for 8 years.
The instant change method, and this was years of trial and error.
It was years of trial and error, 8 years of trial and error. And this year's about 5 months ago, it's on the market now. And people running into the instant change method because it's very fast and people are ready to pay for speed. They don't want to. There's a big group of people out there, also entrepreneurs. They don't like to be coached for months or years, or in being in therapy or whatever. Right. They want results fast, and that's what the instant change method is doing. Because I don't know how do you think, but I think we are on the same level with that. Everything changes in these times now, and everything has to be faster. We have to be faster.
We live in a microwave mentality.
Yeah.
I call it a microwave mentality. Everybody wants a 2-hour meal cooked in 2 minutes.
That's it.
And the only thing you can't buy more of, Daniel, is time. Yeah. So if you have a process or a product or a system that you've tested that shortens that time and gives you instant results that last, that you've already tested to last, then everybody should be coming after that.
That's it.
So that's so exciting. So I'm going to ask you, I asked you before, and this is a big deal. Every time I have a guest on, I tell my audience that we want to bring golden nuggets, which golden nuggets are something that people would normally have to pay for. But by listening to this, they're going to learn some of this from us now. And then I want to give you the opportunity to tell them where they can come to actually get more information and get more information on you and all that. But to give them some information, to give them a golden nugget right now, Daniel, that they could use today and go home and say, you know what Daniel showed me, I put into practice and it worked. What is a big golden nugget right now that you could share with my audience?
Very, very, very nice. I love this question. For me, a very big gold nugget was, and I think it's also for everyone who's listening, is the following things. If we have a fear or we have limiting beliefs, behind every limiting belief or behind every fear or limitation, whatever it is, behind that, there is an emotion, a stuck emotion. Right. And we're all living on this nice planet here. And this planet for me is called, it's not planet Earth, for me it's planet emotion. Because everything we are doing or not doing is because of an emotion.
Yeah, so I've never heard it said that way, Daniel. That's good. That's very good.
Yeah. So everything we are doing or not doing, we're doing it because of emotions, and most of the times this is a very unconscious process. But if we can do something, if we can transform the emotion behind the limitation will go. So, for example, limitations are like a glue, okay? So you have a fear, behind that is a limitation, an emotion.
Right.
You remove that particular emotion, the fear or the limiting beliefs can go. And the thing is, change your emotions.
Okay,
Learn every day, learn how to manage your emotions. Okay. Because if you are in a peak state all the time, you have your business strategies and you're just doing it. But sometimes in your life, you know exactly what to do, but you're not doing it because of these kinds of limitations. And that's my story. That's where I can help people to go in a peak state immediately and transform all those limiting beliefs and fears and everything. And mostly the emotion behind every limitation.
Okay, let me take this just one step further.
Of course.
And pretend, and we've only got about 7 minutes left. I like to keep my podcast short, but to the point. And then I want people to know how to get a hold of you. I want you to share that here in just 1 second. But going down that path, say I have fear to do my next business deal. For some reason, I have fear. How could I quickly, in an instant change type fashion, recognize that fear and change my emotion to put me in a peak state to overcome that?
Yeah, that's our instant change exercise. It needs a little bit of preparation what we are doing there, but the most important thing is, how do you want it to be? That's the most important thing. What exactly is your goal? How do you want this situation to be? And then this is the first step. And if you concentrate on this and focus on it, then we can do the next step, and then we can work with the instant change method and transform those limiting beliefs or fears.
Oh my gosh, this sounds so good. I'm so excited. Do you have a US website and a website in German, or is it just in German right now?
We have also English and German. If you go to instant-change.com, instant-change.com, you can just click on English or German. Click on English, you're coming to many testimonials, many people that are that have worked with the instant change method. Just look at them, and if you want, you can register for an online training.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I'm so uplifted right now. I can't wait to get over there and look at it. How else would people get a hold of you? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Instagram. It's Daniel Weinstock all together. We have also a site on Facebook. It's called Instant Change Method, and you can follow us there for to get more information, or if you have any question, just write us on any kind of social media, and we will reach out to you. I have a big team that we have now 142 people that are working with me and doing the instant change method.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Yeah. That's huge. If you will, I want you to kind of bring this to an end. You can reiterate any other point, but I want you to do it in German because I want to send this to my German friends as well. And then I'll do it in English, and then we can end. Okay. You got the floor.
Okay. What should I tell them?
Tell them what we've covered today. Just a brief summary, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, how they can get a hold of you, and then send it back to Henry, the business fighter, and say that in German.
Okay, in German.
Yes.
That's cool. So, hallo zusammen. Ich war hier gerade mit Henry Pennix zusammen in seinem Business Fighter Podcast, und ich muss dir wirklich sagen, was wir hier besprochen haben, ist absolut mega genial, weil es geht wirklich darum, deine Glaubenssätze zu lösen. Es geht darum, deine Ängste zu lösen und vor allem für dich, auch als Unternehmer, in den richtigen State zu kommen, in den richtigen Spitzenzustand zu kommen, damit du in deinem Leben deine Ziele erreichen kannst, wie du es haben willst.
Perfect. I understood parts of that, but I'm going to go back and listen to it again. Guys, sure. Henry the Business Fighter with Daniel Weinstock, we have uncovered one of the biggest golden nuggets that we've ever uncovered. It's called instant change. If you guys have any limiting beliefs, fear, anxieties, anything that's holding you back, connect with Daniel so you can get to the emotion that's driving the limiting belief, and he can instantly change that. Everybody, you can't buy more time. So this is so relevant today, more relevant now than ever. He said go to instant-change.com for the English version. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias. Henry, the Business Fighter, Daniel Weinstock, it has been a privilege. I know I'm going to be hearing so much more about you, and congratulations for all your tremendous success.
Thank you so much. It was an honor to be on your show and podcast. Thank you so much, Henry.
Thank you.